What is going on, all you D words? It's Matt with Beardiest Gaming coming at you with a brand new LP. Decided I wanted to kind of change things up here. Really the past few months, and all my uploads have been centered around the Dawn of War, and Warhammer 40k in particular, franchise setting, universe, what have you. So I wanted to kind of change it up a little bit, and go back in time. Wanted to both literally and figuratively, or maybe it's both literally. What we have here is the Age of Empires 2. I think it's Age of Kings. Is the subtitle. It's another RTS, real-time strategy game, but I mean, it's going back some years. I don't even know. I might have to do some research here just to see how far back we're talking. I mean, I think I might have been a teenager when this was first came out. Yeah. I'm just looking it up now, and it was originally released back in 1999. Let that sit with you. I mean, this game is almost 20 years old. But it's an oldie. It may be an oldie, but it's also a goldie. It's rooted in pure historical fact. Now, when I say rooted in pure historical fact, that's about how as pure as it's going to get. Of course, the video game creators, developers have had to, change things around just to make things a little bit more interesting for the viewer/player. So, but I'd like to point it out too. I'd like to kind of make this a learning experience. I've always thought, especially in the modern day, like if I was a history teacher, how would I make history interesting for the students who probably go home and play video games, but at the same time they're falling asleep in history class, and they don't even realize that history in and of itself can be very interesting, and a lot of games are based on history, at least partially. They take a few figments here, a few segments there, mix and mash it maybe with a little bit of fiction and some stellar epilepsy-inducing cinematics, and you have a bestseller. So I would like to walk through the campaigns one by one. It's not going to be the order. The first few episodes are going to be very short. It's a tutorial campaign, so a lot of it's just the obligatory, hey, this is how you click, this is how you select a unit. So I might, if I can, I'm going to talk over the narrator. If it gets a little bit too baffling and mumbled, jumbled, I'll let the asshole speak. But that being said, let's get to it. So the first campaign is going to be centered around William Wallace and the First Scottish War of Independence. As it says here, the warriors of Scotland attempt to hold off an invasion of the better-equipped English armies, take command of the Highlanders, and learn the basic concepts of Age of Empires 2 HD Edition, such as how to build an economy, how to train your soldiers, and most importantly, how to fight and defeat your enemy. If you're new to real-time strategy games, you will learn all you need to know. If you've played the original Age of Empires, then you can skip ahead to new features such as garrisoning and formations. So it looks like we have 7 scenarios we'll have to tackle, and as we go down as we continue to progress, it's going to take us further southward out of Scotland and into England. So the first campaign, I guess we're already in the campaign. The first mission is a marching and fighting.
Age of Empires 2 is about empire building, combat, and conquest. You start from humble beginnings, a small village in the Dark Ages. You explore to expand your borders, conduct trade to boost your economy, and research technologies to grow your civilization into a mighty empire. But there are difficulties too. Cunning enemies and rivals that oppose you, powerful castles to destroy, tyrants to bring down. And if you're skillful and a little lucky, you just might build a wonder of the world, and create an empire that will stand the test of time. To learn how empires are built, help our first hero, William Wallace, in his fight against his oppressors.
I gotta say, that actually kind of sounds like a guy.
We are without a leader. The dead king of Scotland has no heir. War creeps in from the south, where Edward Longshanks, the avaricious king of England, has returned from successful campaigns to conquer Wales and France. As Longshanks turns his attention to Scotland, the shadow of fear settles across the Highlands. The English have thousands of Welsh longbowmen, hundreds of knights on horseback, and dozens of siege weapons. We Scottish have a rabble of untrained soldiers who do not even know how to march in a straight line. We must act soon if we have any chance of resistance. We need to forge an army by any means necessary.
So I'm hoping I'm not going to get interrupted too much. I've played through it. Let's see.
The English are terrorizing all of Scotland, and it's time for us to fight back. But if we're to defeat them, every one of us will need to learn how to march and fight. Follow the path to the blue flag. First, click the soldier. Good! Now, right-click near the blue flag.
And I think actually what he's saying, that this little monster, this little militiaman is saying, is actually Celtish.
Now, move to the next flag. Click the soldier, then right-click near the flag. Excellent! To move to the next flag, you must walk through the black area.
Oh no. Not the black
Moving
area.
into the black area reveals more of the map. The black area represents unexplored territory. That's all there is to it. Now go on to the next flag where you'll meet some allied soldiers.
So yeah, I mean, this is going to be our how to point and click, how to select multiple units, an obligatory mission. How it corresponds to the real first Scottish
To
War of
move all
Independence?
your soldiers at once,
Question mark?
click near the units and drag around them. Then right-click to move them. Try moving your soldiers to the next flag.
So it looks like we've got
Did
three
all your
militiamen.
units make it to the flag?
I think so.
The road ahead is guarded by an English outpost. Scroll up to the outpost building by moving the mouse to the very top of the screen. Then click the red outpost. Good! Now, scroll back down until you can see your soldiers again by moving your mouse to the very bottom of the screen. Select your soldiers by clicking near them and dragging a box around them. Following the road to the outpost. It's time to knock it down.
I can't imagine that the Scottish would really enjoy having a box put around them. Isn't that what the whole idea is here, where the British are trying to put a box around us?
Right-click the outpost to attack it.
So it looks like we have 3 militiamen and a knight. We have a Scottish knight. What's this guy doing? He's got to get in on it. He thought he was going to just hang back and let his homies do the work, but somebody must have yelled at him. Get up your ass! So, I mean, the first Scottish War of Independence took
The
place...
outpost
oh,
is destroyed.
man.
That should slow the English raids. Keep following the path to the village.
Oh, we've got ourselves a little village. Wonder what it's called. They don't tell us what the village is called.
Home sweet home. Wait. The English are angry that you destroyed their outpost. They're coming to attack your village.
Oh,
No
no.
panic. Just click your soldiers and right-click the red English soldiers to attack. Defeat the enemy soldiers, and you will have won your first battle.
There we go. We're
Good
just gonna
job.
dogpile them.
Now you know how to fight back against the English army.
Yeah, I don't know. This seems like an awful stretch of the imagination. We managed to walk through the woods. We managed to raise a building that was completely defenseless. I mean, it looks like it was probably built with a few sticks and some dirty cloth. And we toppled that, and yet we're ready to tackle the English army. So that's really it. I mean, that's, like I said, these episodes are going to be very short. Just some basic point and click, how to click on an enemy to kill them. I think the next one might be an economy builder. See this little red dot? I actually don't know what that is. I'm going to guess it's some sort of... Let's take a look. We've got a guy hidden in the bushes, a militiaman just hanging out in the bushes. He was the only smart one. He was like, you know what? I'm not tackling that. I don't wanna subjugate a race of peoples just because they're not us. So, I guess I think it's probably got something to do with the game mechanics. They have to have one unit left standing. What's down here? Yes, that's probably... I'm gonna guess that's some developer putting his initials in there, thinking he's all fucking cool and shit. Alright, so that's enough. I mean, it's... Again, I don't know how this really corresponds to the real English War of Independence. I'm gonna guess it doesn't. You know, it took off, and I think it was 1297. And the Battle of Stirling Bridge, which was portrayed in Braveheart with Mel Gibson, inaccurately, as I understand it. But it's further down our campaign tree. All occurred in the same year, so maybe this is just the Scots training, gearing up for war, what have you. So let's quit this. We're done.
Scotland has soldiers now, if only a few. But if we are to turn back the greed of Edward Longshanks, we will need many more recruits. Much more gold in our coffers. These ancient stones and oaks around us will soon be steeped in the blood of clansmen.
Yeah, that's actually a misspelling. It should be with a K. So let's get back into our campaign. And then in the next episode, like I said, these are going to be very short. It's going to be feeding the army. This is going to be an economy builder mission. So we'll pick up right where we left off, and I will see you again next time.